Welcome back. We are here for Hearts of Wulin, Numberless Secrets expansion, Gaze into Silken Night, Season 3, Episode 7, our penultimate episode before the end of the series. Okay, so we're going to go mechanically over the characters' entanglements for this particular session. We have few scenes to go over. Welcome to Michael, who's ending up coming back to this particular episode when we thought he wasn't going to be able to join us. Thank goodness, because we wanted to see Jade get into trouble. We'll see. Okay. All right, so let's go into the characters. All right, starting with Mu. Okay, going over your entanglements.
Yeah, I'm just keeping the same ones for now. Romantic is to find happiness with lasting happiness with River Glass. I must enlist Jintong to destroy the Red Lanterns Association. And my general entanglement, I think my sisters and Zheng should be the next leader of the Wooden Sword Alliance. But my friend Soup is supporting me
I think it should be
for the
and
position.
Stu. Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Basically, you're reforming the Avengers. It's fine. All right. And Jintong.
My entanglements are also the same. So my former assassin entanglement is Supa has convinced me to seek a cure for my poison and condition, but just in case things go badly, I must ask Mu to protect River Glass. And then my general entanglement is I have discovered that Widow Mantis, the higher up in the Red Lanterns, most invested in killing me. Sentences, can I write them? Is my friend Haoran's mother.
All right. Soup.
Yeah, I have also kept the same romantic entanglement. I want to be with Jintong, but she can't be free till we defeat Widow Mantis. General, I think Gullible Mu should be the leader of the Word and Sword Alliance, but he wants it to be his sister, Sun Zheng.
Okay.
And I obviously don't want it to be Sun Zheng.
I,
She's kind of she's kind of uptight and uncool.
all right. And Pan.
Oh, sorry. I love Lee Min, but Peony Knight has caught her interest, and that's my romantic entanglement. My general entanglement this hasn't changed. I am going to help Moo bring down the Red Lanterns, or they will continue to try to kill my friend Jintong.
Yep. And Jade.
Hey, John, you might want to change that to, but my mom is the leader of the Red Lanterns.
I can't.
You
I
can.
would have.
I think you
Yeah.
probably should because
Can.
in our first scene, I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you that. So
Yeah,
that
Okay.
is something that
I
you're going
mean,
to be
that's
engaged
literally
with.
why I did not.
Right. No,
I
it's
think you should
okay.
just write it.
Entanglements is players, not characters.
Okay.
Or you can write it in anticipation. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. That's amazing. You guys are amazing. All right. And Jade.
So I've slightly updated mine. My romantic one says, I'm interested in Penshun, but she's Pan, Horan's mother, and Widow Mantis.
Mhm.
And my general one, I think since last time I've changed it. Not sure. It's been a while. I support Peony Knight's claim to leadership of the Verdant Sword Alliance, even though this seems to be at odds with Moo's plans.
Why is Jade Starlight supporting Peony Knight? Can't be
Well,
because of her personal charisma. Has none.
so the main
Wait,
reason is that if she ends up being leader, she's a good match to Reddish,
Okay.
and that will help actually um, Panoran following through with his arranged marriage.
No way. You're supporting Peony Knight for the leader of the alliance because then Panoran will marry Sun Sheng?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
interesting.
mean, I mean, not
Interesting.
everyone has. I mean, hey,
I love what's pointed out in the chat. Jade supports her because her attendants walked on Soup's head.
Fully would have been the reason I would accept. That would have been a really solid reason.
There's probably you can have more than one reason.
That's good
Can
to
you?
know, yeah.
So true. So true.
People aren't so complicated.
It's like you can hate want something and want something else at the same time.
Yeah. That's for sure. You just don't need two reasons to want something.
Different motives. It's okay. It's all right. Whatever's out there. All right. Okay. So long as we understand what's on the table. Okay. Okay. So opening up then into the actual show. Because this is a show, God dog. All right. Jade, you wanted to study. You wanted to do something very specific. Please tell us what you wanted to do.
So basically, when everyone else was busy in the main hall, Jade decided to break into Lord Yao's chamber. Because like a while ago, they saw that there's something shady going on with the Imperial forces. They've got like concealed weapons on them, and we still have not much information what's been going on between him and Master Fan.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, do you have a specific move for this, or are you using just a general overcome? Because I imagine this could be under pressure.
I mean, the question is how much.
Or study, duh.
Yeah. In terms of narrative freedom, I've got because I've got the move. It takes a thief.
Okay.
And that basically says you can slip from bonds and pass through locked doors and windows as if they were open. So I'd say I don't have to roll.
No,
I can
not
just
for
narrate
not for
that.
getting in, not for getting in.
Yeah.
But you do have to study for something specific within the room
Yes,
itself.
exactly. So rummaging through his stuff, looking for anything helpful.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So go ahead and roll study and let's see what you get.
Yeah, and just to set it up, I definitely think I enter via the roof, through the balcony. There's a locked window, and I just get in, and thus can avoid any like guards or such.
Sure.
Okay, let me think.
No one would dare enter Lord Yao's quarters while he's in session elsewhere. Absolutely not.
I think I'll be extra cautious, so I'm rolling with Earth.
Okay.
And that's a 13.
Well,
Nice.
12 plus, you get 3 holds. And you have the choice of either, I mean, obviously just a plain old 3 holds, or you can utilize that last, you can utilize that very last bullet point under study to glorious effect if you want. Gain a clue associated with a mystery facet and rewrite that facet. Oh boy. So you got a lot of power on this one.
Okay.
So that is up to
And since I don't recall that happened to me before, you would define the clue though. You'd pick a clue and
yes.
then I would associate it with
yes. So basically that's picking the
facet.
last bullet point. So you get clue associated with a mystery facet and rewrite that facet, which spends all 3 hold that you get for the 13 plus.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right. So let me give you a clue, but let me just make sure I don't give you yet another Clue. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I think Jade loves documents and letters. And what you find in hidden letters is... And again, contextualize this because I don't want to have to, like, speak this whole thing out. But basically, you get the gossip and news of an illicit affair. Let me see, just make sure I didn't put that in here somewhere else. Nope. And you can't tell quickly, but just by looking, but you're skimming the letters, and but you can tell it's like it is yeah, it is something that has come to Lord Yao's attention, and you can't tell whether he's involved in it, but definitely is something hot and heavy in this particular household. So
Like
Okay.
an illicit affair kind of thing?
oh yeah. And something rather high up, because otherwise why the hell would he keep this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So So, I mean, and just like any other mystery game of this ilk, I'm not going to give you any further information. You guys can contextualize that to your heart's content once you do it.
Okay.
But you have the ability to, since you're using that bullet point, again, associate it with a particular mystery facet, and then also rewrite that facet if you want.
Yeah, I think I'll connect it to the facet Lord Yao's interruption of the ceremony.
Okay. All right.
So basically, I just tick
Yep, tick that.
those.
And then tick the, yep. And you can
And
change
I'm
that
gonna
a little
change it
bit.
to Lord Yao's Lord Yao blackmailing Master Fan.
Okay. Could be fun. Could be fun. Alrighty. So with that 13, I mean, you find it no problems. I mean, everybody's like, involved, and you obviously are so damn light that you're not making any sounds at this point. So, but I will say that I think from your vantage point in Lord Yao's quarters, since, he overlooks like the back courtyard, or maybe the Forbidden Gardens. I forget what the heck I said last time, but I think you do manage to see Jintong speeding past with Haoran in tow and Soup and Mu like on the ground, chasing after them. So you do see this. So let's follow Jintong and Haoran. Jintong, where do you take Haoran to tell him some news?
Great question. Now, where
Yes.
is that list of locations?
Sorry, I thought I pinned
Oh,
it.
it's in Discord. Hold
Is
on.
it?
I thought I pinned it. I'm so sorry.
I'm
You-
sure you did. Yes, it
you did.
is. Let me see. We must go to the hot springs. Right.
Please
Oh,
note
you
please
asked
note
for
my
that
background.
list.
Please note my
Like-
background. Please note my background. Thank you very much.
Yeah. How could
I
I?
must know the list so I can look at it. So I can not look at it. It's free. Okay, yes. All right. Perfect. Let's go.
Oh my god. Damn. Okay.
Maz, I see your background. I acknowledge your background. I appreciate your background. All right.
Oh yeah, I need to update my background. I feel like I did it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and then obviously this is the official entrance to the hot springs, not the obvious secret one that that Cheng and Mu found
Yeah.
previously. So
Oh man, Thomas's disappointment makes this better.
Shaking your head, Thomas. Um, well, I mean, we're all gonna be at the hot springs now. um, so yeah, I bring you there. I mean,
Okay.
I feel like at first I'm like pulling you, and then it's like exactly like before when I pulled you out of the conversation, I think with Jade Starlight, where it's like halfway through, I just let go of you, and then I assumed that you would keep
Hmm.
following me. I'm not gonna like
Yes.
drag you the whole way. That would be rude.
All right. I assume it's important,
Yeah.
so I would follow you.
Yeah. And then I don't know why she brought you to the hot springs. I don't know what her motivation is.
It shows a direction and went in that direction is probably good enough.
Yeah. I think it's like she sees like the entrance to it. And then ducks in. I assume it has doors and stuff. So it's not like oh, this is a cave. Let's go talk in a cave. It's more like nobody ever comes to this place. Let's go in here. Psh. Um,
Yeah.
it probably has like a banner, like outside of it, and it
yeah,
has like tastefully planted shrubbery plants or something like that outside of it, just to kind of like screen the entrance to it. I mean, it
sure.
does have a cave entrance, but there's like heavy silks covering this particular entrance, covering some panel doors or something. So yes, I mean, like paint your scene however you'd like to enter into this particular place. But yes, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I don't push open any doors. Instead, we just kind of are swept by all these different flowing silks as we go inside. And then like um what is this hot springs caves formation? What does it look like? Like is there I think what I'm looking for is like we're not gonna just like stand in the doorway or like the entrance of this hot spring and I'm gonna be like, hey, your mom is trying to kill me. Like I think I would try to like go stand in a spot that is less obtrusive, you know?
It is
Okay.
a passageway like that from the entrance that again like that is kind of like windy and then leads into the great cavern that has like tiered pools that kind of like wash into
Yes.
one another where you can sit and splash about, soak, whatever you need to do. Um, there's like certain recesses that you can I guess get changed behind or like kind of hide behind doing stuff. But this is where one of the places where Mu and Cheng found Xiao's body. But whether you remember that or
Okay.
not, who the hell knows? I don't know.
Okay,
Um,
so I think what for the aesthetics, where we should go is the top tier of the pool. So we can stand like in that 3/4 spot on the screen, you know, like the on the right. So and then there's like the pool and stuff like cascading around us. I think that
Yes.
would be the framing. Um so we get there. Um and then I stop and turn towards you because I was walking in front of you.
I guess I will probably be the first person to say something because that seems like it's right. Um, is something wrong, Jintong?
I have discovered who Widow Mantis is.
Oh, did okay. Who is it?
It is your mother.
I think this kind of just stares at you for a moment, uh, and responds in a way that doesn't really make any sense. Like, no, an inner conflict. So I'll just jump right. I I think this would. I feel like I always use fire, but I always feel like that's the thing that usually breaks
Sure, yeah, I mean,
Haoran.
makes sense.
All
Although
right,
that seems
so
to be the calmest that I've ever seen. I've ever seen
I
Pan.
think this is like the don't denial. I think is more of the reason. So that's a 7.
I mean, you either flee or you stay in the scene and mark an element. I mean, what do you want to do?
I think I'm definitely going to mark an element because it. Yeah, I want to mark an element, which is what makes sense.
And if you
Uh,
choose to comfort and support a little bit later after, you know, he reacts, that's perfectly fine, Jintong. It's up to you. But
Oh,
so
yeah.
that again,
I definitely
I
am
step
very
out now.
good at comforting and supporting other people. That's definitely a skill
I'm gonna shut
that
up
I
now.
possess.
yeah, I guess I'm going to mark fire. I can scattered would probably be the most likely thing that makes sense here. It's probably why I always use fire because it always makes sense to me in my mind. I think he actually does turn and like takes a few steps to walk away, and then like
Oh, should I
turns
grab
back
you?
around.
Oh, no,
No,
I'm
and
good.
then turns back around. It's like he's like no, no, and he just turns the flee the scene and stops and is like, why would you?
Why would I what? Why would I lie to you?
I know, I know you're not lying. I Are you sure you're not mistaken? My mother? There's so many. It can't be her. There's so many things that's. Oh, I think he kind of was at this point, kind of. I really literally think that he kind of like it sinks in and he collapses to the ground. And he's
What?
like, no.
Oh, you're okay, yeah, sure.
Just like not like pass out, but
Mm.
sits down, like
Yeah,
collapses
yeah.
sitting on the ground. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, no. Oh no. The Red Lantern. So many things have happened to my family that I'm a, a, had to point at the Red Lanterns. If if she's Red Lantern, then she may have killed many. He may be responsible for all of the accidents and disappearances in the Water Lily Society. I can't accept that she is responsible for all that. I just think he kind of like put like exactly how I am, like his hand, like it's like he's like half covering his face, like he's trying not to visually see that the truth, like kind of symbolic of that, and he's just there, probably just sitting like on the ground now. I mean, I'm trying to, I don't know how he's sitting, but he's sitting in a way where he's like this half
Mm-hmm.
staring at the ground, covering his face, and just like trying to process what that means for everything else that's happened in his life. So I think he's kind
Yeah. She don't looks uncomfortable. And then we'll walk closer and then like stoop down so that she's kind of like crouching in front of him, and then her hands are kind of on her knees like this. Well, first of all, she may not be responsible for those deaths. There are many members of the Red Lantern, and many people who could have ordered such things. Though it may also have nothing to do with the Red Lanterns.
I am certain that my father's death was the result of the Red Lanterns. Out of character, I have no basis. I probably have a reason. I haven't thought about why he would know.
Okay, then I
Exactly.
won't ask you. I
Like,
won't ask you about it then.
I think he's knows, like, he's like, I think his mom, I'll just say it in character. That part I can say in character. I know I think I've always known that my mom was responsible for my father's death. I think, and she thinks that I don't. She doesn't think very much of me, and I haven't given her much of a reason to, I suppose. But I know that she had some responsibility in his disappearance. I think I just tried not to. I mean, I didn't want to believe it. I don't know what to do now then, because what am I supposed to do? Confront my mother? Like, I don't think I could do it even knowing, even if she said it to me, I don't know if I could stand up to her. She's still my mom.
Jin will reach out and then just like put a hand on Panharen's head. Just don't do anything when I have to act. I will not kill her. For you.
Thank you. Even though she's maybe responsible for my father, I don't know if I could live with losing both of my parents.
She's your mother.
Maybe this is where Silken Mu enter.
Mm-hmm. The two of us like crouching and sitting on the ground.
Yeah. I think okay, if Soup and Mu enter on this scene, Soup is gonna turn to Mu and go like, "Oh, Pan Haoran looks really upset. Jintong must have told him that Jade, Starlight, and his mother are together. It's really like he looks wrecked. I would be upset as well. Like it can't be anything else, surely.
They're together?
Oh, shucks, you didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Jade, which is funny because Jade, I think, knows that Pan Haoran's mother is Widow Mantis. Oh, wait. Oh, it could be that as well. It could be that as well. Oh, yeah, it's probably that. It's probably the second thing. It's probably like Jintong is probably told her. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I think that this is where the voices start drifting in and
like echoing throughout the chamber.
Yes!
And then
yeah,
like turn.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you didn't know that Jade was not a good person? Like, I'm sorry if you found out this way.
No, what do you mean?
Oh, but the Widow Mantis thing. I keep forgetting that people think that's the big reveal. Yeah, I think Pan Haoran's mom is Red Lanterns controlling the Water Lily Society. You know, sometimes it's better to have somebody on the inside, and I guess, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's the one who poisoned Jintong. I don't know if you know this, but that's
Haoran's mom poisoned Jintong?
yeah,
Soup.
yeah.
Mu.
Oh.
Staring at this word vomit coming from Soup.
Yeah.
No. Soup gets serious. It was like, Is everything okay?
Blank stares. Like,
I mean,
Jintong,
did I comfort and support? Should I roll?
did you comfort and
I
support? You
don't
put
know
hand on
now.
head?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
I
Yeah.
don't
think
know.
I think there was a window of opportunity where I felt comforted before
Okay.
Soups
Roll for
came
that
in
then,
to
because
like try to block it.
yeah, just take that window of opportunity at the moment.
How dare you?
Ay,
It's like,
caramba.
not in my house. Get that out of here.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't want to do anything in the scene, like, but I wonder, would it make sense for me to be there as well, like
Yeah, you
behind?
should come up behind me.
You should
I just said you were
definitely
not a
show
good
up right
person.
after.
Yeah, just
That was the
absolute
hook for you
setup
to show
for
up.
like, and that's like, and you thought what now? What?
Yeah, like, I'm not saying anything, but standing behind Super Mu.
Yeah.
I am comforting and supporting with water. Ew, risky. Which is awareness, wisdom, flexibility. Like, yes, this is what people do in these moments, I
Right.
think.
Especially in hot springs.
These are the words that people say that work often.
Damn.
They're there. What did you get? What did you get?
It has to be good. It's either really
I
high or
rolled
really
2
low.
ones.
What?
This makes
The
sense.
funge. Why did you botch? Come on now.
This
What?
makes sense.
I don't know why
Oh.
we expected Haoran to be comforted by "I won't kill your mom for you."
That's
Like that's
true.
okay. Like at best, that's okay.
True.
Sorry, that's
I
So
mean,
the awkward
it's
pat
so-
on the head.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
That's
just
so
like,
look,
big,
Sue.
though.
From Haoran's perspective, that is comfort.
Yeah.
Is it? Is
It's
it?
like the bar is different for different people, Sue.
She's trying to kill. That is the most that you could. That is actually so much to promise.
mean,
That's like
I
such a heavy
mean-
thing to say.
Like,
It's
their
not his
relationship
concern right
consists
now.
of
He didn't know you were
Jintong
going to kill her till you told
yoinking-
him you were going to kill her.
No,
I mean-
like I'm pretty sure he knew that she had to take on Widow Mantis. Like the Widow Mantis is the person. Like like
Yeah.
no, I think
Fair.
that's actually
Fair.
so much.
I think in the context of Haoran and Jintong's relationship, that makes sense. That's like
Also,
when
in the Wulin world, that is such a heavy promise. I promise not to kill the person who has been trying to kill me all this time, who put me in this current state, poisoned me, and
It's huge.
is
Huge
constantly
for
sending
you.
people after.
right,
Sure,
yeah,
but the
for-
dice say otherwise.
Yeah,
Right,
the dice
right,
say
right,
otherwise.
right.
Do they,
So-
or do we just get interrupted with something? They don't
Well, I mean-
always need to imply that it's a
I see what you mean,
failed
sorry.
attempt.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
also.
mean,
Yes.
like, you know, I feel like, you know, I think the
Canonically,
dice.
Soup ruined the moment.
Yes,
Canonically, Haoran was being comforted,
yes.
and then I was like, "Oh yeah," and Jade.
But we heard
Jade
all of
wants-
this stuff
Jade
just
wants
Yeah.
to
being.
sleep with
The
his mom.
echoing
and
Oh my
that's
God.
it, like,
Yeah, I think the echo chamber just completely, like, you know, completely
yeah,
overshadowed
now,
your attempts
now
at Jintong.
Rod and Thomas has ruined the mood in the hot springs. Good job, folks. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah. So maybe they feel comforted and supported. Maybe that's where it went.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's all good.
Ron
Yeah.
also patting himself on the back.
Okay. No,
But anyway,
you,
yes.
You, you don't get it. You don't...
and
I'm
Jade-
putting Rod like at the head of the alliance. Okay, like there are no two people who are more in sync.
I
Right now.
just imagine like one of those sideline celebrations where they like go up and high five each other. Psh.
I think
the
at
chest
this
bump
point,
comes next.
Yeah, chest bump. Yeah.
Anyway,
we're-
I mean,
we're
and-
saving that. I think this is when Soup will turn and notice Jade, Starlight, and go like, "Oh, hi Jade. Did you hear anything that I just said?" Okay.
Yeah.
A gap. It's like I don't think Haran's only response is jaw drop.
Oh, I think now I will approach Haoran, trying to comfort you because I've always been such a friend to you.
I'm just gonna. Soup puts a hand on Gullible Mu and goes like, "I can't believe he's gonna do this. I can't believe they're gonna do this. Oh, the audacity."
Are you? I mean, I'm asking because I don't know.
Yeah, what are you saying? How are you doing
Yeah,
this?
I
let's
mean,
let's get it. Let's get this
please,
show.
because I'm on tenterhooks right now. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I'm the presence in the hot spring. What?
Yeah, I mean, you're still like crouched on the ground, right?
Yeah, both of
And
us
I approach you and put my hand on your shoulder and say, Ben Haoran, I know this is like a really hard situation, but I'm here for you, and you can rely on me.
Did you know that my mother's widow mantis?
I believe we discovered it at the same time.
And I think like I look at Jintong, then I look back at Jade, and I kind of like brush your hand off of me. And you didn't tell me? I thought we were friends.
I did not have the opportunity. Didn't see you.
Out of character, I know that, but Haran does not care about reason.
Fair enough. Also, out of character, it was not the first thing they chose to do. They chose to break into Lord Yao's chamber.
Yeah. There's a very loud snort from Soup at the back of the chamber. It's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just
And it
like
echoes.
absolutely. Yeah.
And what will you do now then? Continue to pursue my mother?
I think now I have to roll into in a conflict.
Oh yeah, juicy. Start thinking about what you're. Start thinking about whether you're gonna run away.
This is almost like a card game because it's like now that you're all together, it's like it just get passed back and forth between y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Soup and Moo, I figured it all out. We're good.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Moo actually.
Oh damn!
Oh,
Don't make Moo run away.
All
So
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
here
roll with my
crying
West
in the hot springs because all the different.
What are you rolling with, Jade?
Medal. That's my West stat.
Okay. Oh God.
It's also about trying to keep control, trying to choose my words carefully,
Sure.
Trying to lie correctly.
That's a 7 though.
Oh, okay. Well, you can either flee or you can stick it in the scene, but mark an element. I mean,
do you have a whole bunch of bonds like Amu does? No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh God.
I don't.
I turned this like 1 to a 7 because I'm Mu and I have like 10 trillion bonds.
You do have a bond, and you could spend it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Jason
Sorry.
got a 7.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think I'll mark an element. I'll mark metal.
So mature.
To stay, and I think I'm at a lot for words, so I'm not really giving you much of a reply, but I'm gonna say, but I don't know. I mean, I'd like to be helpful, you know.
Jade, tell me the truth. Were we ever friends? Or
Of course
We're-
we were.
I
How
thought
can
we
you say
were
such
too.
a thing?
How could I say such a thing? You're if you're trying to form a relationship with my mother, you found. I heard about what what happened to my mom from Jintong when I thought we were friends for a long time, and you didn't come to me with that. And not to mention when the last conversation we had, you were more concerned about why Soup broke up with me than any sort of comfort that when I needed it. I I just I don't is that what a good friend is that what a friend does for someone?
Well, and you can hear maybe some their voice cracking. Well, then I guess you won't appreciate what I've been doing in the background, making sure your marriage will go through with sunshine.
What do you
Sorry?
mean what do you mean making sure?
Well, Peony Knight tried to get with her, and I made sure she does not get distracted by her. And I sent a love letter to someone else. Someone you fancy. That would distract the whole relationship. Your arranged marriage.
Amen.
Yes. So
Mechanically, balls in your court, I feel. Pam?
Can you have more
I
than one
don't
inner
know.
conflict
I'm
in a
just
scene?
saying.
It seems
I'm
Do you
just
want
excessive.
saying.
PvP? Do you
I
want a
just
PvP?
feel like this is a
Yeah,
PvP
do
moment.
you
If
wanna-
not an inner conflict, it's a PvP moment. It just
Okay.
feels.
Yes,
You don't
I
have
was
to.
feeling.
Do you want
I
to
was
PC
feeling
and
that way
PvP?
too.
I-
I mean, if you're cool, like out of character, this does feel like this is a PvP moment, and we did like because we say stuff in Discord, and I know about me. Half of the things I say are bullshit, and the other half are like just cool ideas. And I want to make sure that the PvP is something we're all on board with, and not like
yeah,
the
obviously.
bullshit part. So
yeah, that's why I didn't say like, oh, I'm sorry I did this, but it's rather like, oh, I did this for you, and you
Okay.
won't
Right.
appreciate it, you know.
It seems like
Okay.
now everybody, like you two are, yeah. So.
Okay. So as long as we're on the same page, because I really didn't want to kick off PvP without actually thinking.
Fight.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Because hot springs, steam, whatever. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, at this point, Jintong has stood back up. And then it's like has taken one or two steps back and is like, this is a very involved conversation that doesn't involve me. Kind of.
Like, oh, I've done all the emotional work I'm willing to do. It's time for me to back
But
up.
also it's like, oh, it's wedding talks again.
Again.
That doesn't
Yeah.
involve me.
Yes.
Mm.
So I think what happens in this situation is
Well, when you
I make
challenge another
use.
PC.
Yes. Oh no! Before that happens, I have to make use of a more important power, Midnight Orchard. And as I stand up angrily and with a sweep of my arm, the clothes I was wearing float drifting off, and beneath it, Haoran has like a pants like pants that go just below, just to the knee, like a sleeveless vest, and several bandoliers of like a bandolier with different daggers attached. And of course, it's showing off the steam somehow. Like he has the perfect glisten from being in the hot springs, and and his hair is kind of in a style that is pulled back away from his face, perfect for fighting. Don't know how it happened, but it did. And you can kind of see the previous outfit drifting down to the stone off to the side away perfectly. Don't know how it's like caught a trade wind or something, and somehow and he's just like, now proceed with explaining PC versus PC duel.
We'll accept it. We'll accept it. It's part of the move. It's fine. Even though your advisor is dead. Anyway, PC versus PC duel.
That's why I had to change myself. That's like a noise like of smoke bomb. Someone jumped in and jumped away. Smoke cleared.
When you challenge another PC, say what you'll give them if they accept your victory. You may offer unspent XP, character actions, turning burning bonds. All right, changes to entanglements, letting them narrate the moment, or anything in game which the GM approves. You put in a single offer on the table. If the other player accepts, they lose the duel and mark XP. You must follow through on your offer. If the other player rejects the offer, you both mark an element. And then the offered player chooses to win or draw. Okay? So, what is your single offer?
My single offer is that at some point in the future, Haoran will accept this relationship if you survive.
Which relationship?
The relationship with his mom.
What?
If you survive.
Oh, that is so good, Jonn.
Damn.
Survive what though?
I mean, at any point, if you die at any point, clearly you can't form a relationship with one. But no, that's not. Haran's not going to try to kill you. He's just going to. You're just like he is venting frustration, not I'm murdering someone who I felt was a friend for a long time. I'm just not in a good place right now, and shit keeps stacking up. And you just went with the final, very heavy straw that caused the camel to fall through the floor. That's all.
I think I'll accept.
Excellent. Okay.
What kind of interesting... Is this a verbal fight, or is this an interesting physical fight in the hot springs? What do we see?
Yes. I think it's all of those things. Both of those things.
Uh-huh.
Please pick the right moment for Soup to stick a leg out and trip Jade so that Haoran can land a punch, please.
This is very important.
It's
Oh,
not the
man.
8th step.
Wait, are you giving me a resolve token?
Other
sorry,
game,
wrong
other
Just a
game.
half-
Come
it's
on
a
now.
Wrong game, wrong game.
Half step. The gentlest.
Like, I'll give you a resolve token in the next game of Good Society we play together. Okay. Accept. Like,
I mean, if he gets physical, I think Mu would try to interpose, unless
yeah,
If you do,
I
I
mean,
will block
Maybe that's
you.
how it ends. Maybe
Really?
that's how it
Okay.
ends.
right.
Maybe that's how the fight ends, you know?
We'll see. Yeah, let's see how.
I'm gonna have a
Yeah.
duel to not interfere with the duel.
Yeah. That'd be funny as hell. But anyway, keep going.
No.
All right. So so I think I did the flourish so that Jade wouldn't be completely surprised by the fact when Haoran goes after them, but it's clear that from his expression, he's lost his cool in this moment, and I think the first thing, so can we have a hot springs, but is it anyone? I would like to describe maybe some of the other elements in here, so he has something to play off of.
Yeah, that'd be
mean,
cool.
Yeah.
There are
Go for
tiered
it.
pools.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
yeah,
else?
yeah, definitely. I see. There's tiered pools. Maybe
Silks
there's
flowing around.
yeah, there's maybe some like pieces of art, like pottery or something, just to like make it look more interesting.
I mean, they're probably like little pots with either scrub salts or like
Hmm.
just things that they can use for the hot springs and such. So yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah. Do you think there's like high or low ceilings, that sort of thing?
I mean, it's a cave basically. So
Right. Yeah, but it could be either.
it's not a fully built out it's not a building. So
Right.
just know that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're probably pretty high. They're not room size ceilings, so there's enough room if any weird jumping action might take place in here. You're not restricted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so I think immediately when Haran stands up, he shows all of those different knives, but he doesn't go for any of them. His first reaction is to like just throw like a punch, like a angry, like he's throwing a punch like someone who's angry, not like someone who's necessarily sinking into their technique to kill you immediately. So he just throws a series of punches at Jade to try to like drive them backwards over into the hot spring. So I figure Jade will react to something like that.
Yeah, and I think I move quite smoothly, and I duck and try to avoid your punches. I'm not attacking you at this
Mhm.
moment, and I like the idea of I've got soup in my back, and basically when you make me trip, feel free to describe that moment. That's that allows Haoran to actually hit me.
Yeah. So how smooth is Soup with this trip? Is it like obvious, or is it like a subtle thing?
Pretty obvious. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, and definitely take advantage of that, and will punch you. And I imagine maybe when he hits you, you like that does send you into the hot springs.
Yeah, yeah. Picture like maybe you hit me in the face. I scoff off some blood, you know, just very aesthetically.
Mm.
Um, and then I take out my weapon, and I think there's like a big stalactite hanging above you, and I'm trying to bring it down. So my meteor hammer shoots at it, and it comes crashing down.
Yeah, and I think in that moment, first Haran throws one of his actual like rope darts into the stone and pulls himself out from under those falling stalactites. And as when he lands, he throws like a series, like maybe two or three daggers that all hit the ceramic pottery that's near you, and it explodes into like a huge shower of salt and ceramic. And I use that as a distraction to like jump at you with a sidekick to try to knock you down into the water.
So do you enter the water?
Yes, I'll land in the water at like I imagine I jump from the stone to jump kick you, and then I would land into water afterwards. Whether I
And
land the kick or not, I would be in the water.
and I've got the ability Storm Rider, so I can move like super quick, and suddenly I'm just behind you with my weapon. I try to strangle you. Maybe it's underwater, the struggle, so the others don't see for a moment what's going on.
Oh yeah, and so when I get my hands on the wire before you can close it, and I think I get it far enough open that I just do like a step behind, through between us, turn around, and it's like I just blow a cloud of poison into your face. That will,
Amazing. Yeah, that takes me out, I'd say.
and but it's like I will try. It's like I don't think won't completely knock you out, but it would disorient you, and I will catch you before you like I'm not gonna let you sink into the water. I will catch you and take you out of the water.
Just before
Yeah, I'm
Jade
heavily
goes
coughing
unconscious.
probably.
Yeah. Just before Jade goes unconscious or whatever. I mean, like, what do you say? What is your offer?
I can't accept this now, but if we're truly friends and your feelings are real for my mother, I might be able to accept it one day. I hope we're really friends, Jade, because I do value your friendship. I don't have many. I can't casually discard them, nor would I. Then I gently lay you on the ground while then try to like help you until the coffin fit ends.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think Jade is able to say anything to that.
I did want to ask if Mu did you want to try to step in at any point, and then we
Yeah,
can
there's
just
no
a
way
little.
that there's no way that Mu would not have tried to
Mm-hmm.
get in between. So if you want to say Jintong stopped him
Yeah,
and
I think
yeah.
Jintong would definitely if you're making that movement to like spring in, Jintong would put a hand on your chest.
we we can't just let them kill each other.
They are not trying to kill each other.
They might do so anyway.
Are you underestimating both of them?
I don't think I'm underestimating how angry they look.
If they wanted to kill each other, you would be able to tell.
Uh, I'm gonna roll in a conflict.
Oh, goodness.
Do it.
Do it.
And I'm trying to trust Jintong.
And Jintong is saying this yeah, obviously everyone can tell when someone has killing intent.
Yeah, right.
Spoken from a true assassin. Absolutely.
Are you rolling in a
Awareness.
conflict, or is Jintong rolling hearts and minds?
I think it's more interesting for Mu to roll inner conflict because Mu has not rolled inner conflict a lot so far, and I think it's more interesting than me trying to convince Mu of something. Because also, if Mu insists, I will just hold. I will just hold him back, and then we can do another duel.
What did you roll?
So I have a total 9.
You can flee or mark an element to stay in the scene, which may not even last that much longer because
right.
They're just fighting.
I'll use a bond with Haoran.
Okay, good.
Haoran that I have to trust him not to kill Jade.
Yeah, and you can only use shadow in the case of a study move. All right. So bond it is. Cool.
Wait,
All right.
I wanna get the visual of your expression as you're like, okay. Like how do you struggle through and then what does it look like?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just still like still very worried, obviously, and maybe at this time there's pottery being shattered and stalactites falling, and yeah, I guess I looked at Haran's face, and yeah, uh, I I have to trust him, and I trust you, Jintong. But if this goes on much longer, I am afraid what will happen.
If they do try to kill each other, we will obviously. And then we'll look over at like the Jade Starlight like a choke. Trying to choke. um Haoran and say, you can take on Jade Starlight. And I will take.
Of course, he's just a historian of the of the
Wait, you don't suspect him to be an assassin too? Wait, what? Oh man. Amazing fight. Oh, great. Okay, so given that, and we are way past the hour, let's take a 10-minute break. All right, and when we come back, let's start looking at the clues that you have. All right, revelation move. All right, so come back in 10. See you then. All righty, so coming back, and we're gonna indulge in the revelation move. So as a reminder, this is the freewheeling discussion point where we start looking at the clues and how they tie into the facets, and then the facets into the overall solution / resolution for the mystery at hand. Okay, and then you will roll, and then depending on how many clues that you can incorporate into your working theory, that will determine how much bonus that you get that you can put towards your roll to modify your roll. All right. And then I just also do want to make the reminder yet again that just because you know that Widow Mantis is also Pan Shun, that doesn't necessarily mean she is the killer of Master Fan and or Shao Chun. So just be reminded. I mean, it could be whomever the hell you want that you can make work within your theory. So looking at that, let's go ahead and take a look at the mystery clues that are available. We have 10 clues on the board right now. Annotated sea spray blade dance, Pan Haoran style, manual showing weakness, fragments of a map deliberately obscured, Peony Knight's connection to Unorthodox criminal underworld and the Jun family, Snowy Pine's defensiveness about the death of Master Fan, sword marks reveal a secret passage, carving of a butterfly reminiscent of Songbird Jun's shop on the belt of, I believe it was Yifeng, with the filled token. An advisor is not who they seem, finding a wooden mantis statue near Shao. Actually, 2 wooden mantis statues, if I recall correctly. Hand-painted fan, Pan Shun's, with a strange half-finished landscape on it. Pan Shun's injured hand, and gossip and news of an illicit affair found in letters in Lord Yao's quarters. All right, so the 2 clues that are already associated with facets are the injured hand, which is associated with the role of the Red Lanterns, and the gossip and news of an illicit affair, which is associated with Lord Yao blackmailing Master Fan. Okay, so those are already taken, and then it's up to you all to figure out how the other clues tie into the different facets, and again, come up with a working theory. All right, so have at it.
Well, I'll just put forth my one idea, that is that the fragmented map, deliberately obscured, is tied to the true secret of the puzzle sword. The reason I think that is because I think also that the fan, the half finished, let me find it. No, I can't find it. Was that
Hand painted fan.
yes? The hand painted fan, half finished, contains that missing part of the map.
That's cool.
Okay.
Which
That's very
would
cool.
also make the hand painted fan part of the true secret of the puzzle sword.
Okay. Makes sense.
Idea for what the true secret of the puzzle sword is, and it we know they open chambers, passages, secret hidden locations already. So yeah, what if they open the location where there are enough weapons hidden by the old Green Leaf Society when they were part of the Word and Sword Alliance, when they were planning to organize a rebellion against the Emperor. So there is kind of an army's worth of weapons cached somewhere.
Okay. So that's the sword marking, revealing a secret passageway. So that's associated with the true secret. Okay. Alrighty. What else? You need at least one clue associated with each facet.
Yeah, can someone recap what the discussion was before? That I did not remember. Rod, do you want to tell us what you were thinking?
Yeah, I mean, there was so much I'm not gonna remember it myself.
Yeah, doesn't
We were throwing
matter.
a lot of ideas out, but I know there was one. I think Michael had thrown out the idea that Master Fan had committed suicide. Um, I had thrown out the idea that Master Fan was in some kind of moral dilemma that she was trying to get out of by retiring, and that Lord Yao said, "No, you can't do that." Kind of. Um,
Hmm. Is there anything else?
I had thrown out the idea also that she was using the yeah, she was using the puzzle sword as a test to see who would be the next leader for the Verdant Sword Alliance. Like kind of like, whoever's worthy to figure this out will be a good leader. Um,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was like kind of a talk, like she was trying to do that, and we were trying to decide that if she was stopped from announcing it, and that's why she was killed. I think was so
Yeah,
she
and then
never
that's
announced.
yeah, and that was where I suggested that if I can find what I wrote. So many messages. um I think I suggested reasons for why wait. Yeah, I suggested reasons for why she was killed. And it was I suggested it had to do with the secret, whatever the puzzle sword puzzle led to. And it could be this could tie back into the weapons question mark. That's not what I mentioned, but I did say like it could be something that is very valuable to the killer. It could be something that is a secret that should not get out or that they do not want to be out. So, and that one can be much more like interpersonal. So it can be like a betrayal between two individuals. It can be a secret relationship. It can also imply certain things about the factions that are currently in play, like that maybe, and like some of the things I threw out were like the forming of the Verdant Sword Alliance, the forming of the Red Lanterns Association. Maybe they had something to do with each other. And then also maybe there was the hand of the Imperial influence in one or the other. Like there was already a deal that was made. Like all these like secrets that were hidden that one could be killed for. So that was my suggestion.
Yeah.
I also talked about. Oh yeah, there's the message. Now that I'm done summarizing.
Right.
Well, and then the other thing that I mentioned, maybe we should go to Michael next because then I'll follow up on yours as well.
Yeah. So basically, my main idea was that since I changed the facet to accommodate that, Lord Yao really tried to make Master Fan follow up on a deal they had. He tried to blackmail her in a way, and she just could not bring herself to do it. Could be about revealing where the weapons are because that would have like terrible consequences for the people in the area. The stepping down ceremony would have been like a way out of it, but he interrupted that and said, "No, you have to stay in power. You will have to otherwise face like horrible consequences, being punished, imprisoned, publicly humiliated, whatever." And so she killed herself, and her ally Snowy Pine, who reacted very emotionally, actually helped cover it up, make it look like a murder. And I think the murder of Shao June, that's something completely different, and I I'm not talking about it right now, but I think yeah, it would be interesting to not have like a murderer of Master Fan in that regard.
So my suggestion for some of why the murders were continuing to happen was Pan Chun had got the map and was trying to copy it onto the fan when she was attacked and the map was damaged, like the portion of the map that she had already put on a fan was obscured, but she lost that, and that's why her hand was injured. It's also why no one has actually gotten to where the location is because no one has the complete map.
Yeah, and they'd also need the puzzle swords.
Right.
Yes. And then I would like to posit my the thing that I'm interested in, which is Red Lantern's involvement. That facet. Excuse me. I threw out a couple of things. I think this is where Rod and I were talking about it. We were saying that it would be interesting if there, like, what is Red Lantern's involvement? And then I think Michael was the one that just suggested that they also wanted the leadership position in the Verdant Sword Alliance. And I think I would like it so that it's Yifeng specifically who has it. And then Michael and I talked about how like Yifeng has Lord Yao's backing. And I was suggesting that this whole thing is a deal between Yifeng and Lord Yao, where Yifeng is basically like offering the Verdant Sword Alliance and the Red Lanterns as much as I don't know what he would have promised, but like what he has control of to Lord Yao to be like, if you give me like an official backing, from a governmental official, and then also give me the advantages that come with that generally, then you will get a very convenient sword, which is the power of mobilizing those in the Verdant Sword Alliance as well as the Red Lantern. So that is my suggestion of like the Red Lantern's involvement. Like that's the big thing that Yifo is trying to get done here. How does that, Rod? You look like you have thoughts.
I have thoughts, but I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Oh, is it unrelated thoughts or is it related?
Um, I don't know.
I've got one related remark. I'm not married to the suicide idea because if Ji Feng has the backing of Lord Yao, Master Fan is not needed anymore, so maybe they got rid of her. That would work for me as well.
I feel like the thing with mysteries is that there can be a lot of different moving pieces and that they don't all have to tie back to one motivation, one thread. And I think like it makes it more interesting when there are multiple threads, right?
Yes.
Like there is that, but then like also, but maybe when they came to this agreement, because when Jintong found out or discovered that Yifeng has Lord Yao's backing, that was way after Master Feng's death.
Yes.
So there's also like Lord Yao could have gotten rid of Master Feng like before that anyways, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like those two things don't need to be.
And I mean, it could have been the backup plan. Like basically, Master Fan could have taken herself out of the mix because of that looming consequence. But it just in case she didn't, then they always had the Yifeng had the official backing of Lord Yao and would have taken her out if that was going to be a problem. If she had stuck her guns, basically.
Yeah.
How to...
Rod, what?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't know.
trying to include this. Yeah.
So my mind's going everywhere. But what if the Verdant Sword Alliance was not intended for war but for peace, and as part of their just like there's the manual for the anti-manual for the sea spray blade style. They're like manuals for all the major styles of how to defeat them, and it was intended to keep the peace. Um, but they could easily be used against those clans. Um, and whoever has that power has a lot of power,
Yes.
obviously.
I like that. I mean, maybe they lock their weapons away to encourage peacekeeping, but yet the manuals were meant to, again, as you say, keep the peace, but again, as easily for peace could also be meant for war.
Well, it sounds much less like a way to keep the peace and more like a system of control.
Yeah.
I mean, if they volunteered it, though, it would be a symbol of peace. If each people, assuming they would.
I can only imagine that would. I mean, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, if we want to say that there was a situation where everyone felt like that was absolutely the best course of action, and it was not done under duress. I can foresee a possibility, but I think it might take a lot of narrative justifying.
Yeah, but I mean, again,
it would take there being someone that everyone on all the sides trusted and was able to convince them to do that, I think. And I don't know if there is a character right now that fits that. But if there is, I think that could be, if someone was charismatic enough and people trusted them enough, I can see the factions who are going to join being willing to do that.
There maybe not now. Maybe it was then when this was happening.
Well, we got rid of that facet.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. Never mind then.
I just mean that it probably would have made the most sense if it had to do with the Green Leaf Society.
Yeah,
right.
Like check the facets as they are now.
All right.
We're trying to
associate with. I'm sorry. I completely forgot that got replaced with the role of the Red Lanterns.
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas, do you have any? Oh, right as you drink water, do you have thoughts?
Go, Thomas.
We have 3 more clues that need to be associated with facets. if you want to use them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have suggestions how to use those clues. I think I prefer weapons being what is being hidden by the puzzle swords rather than the manuals, because the manuals are intrinsically a thing that can be recreated, right? Like soon as somebody has a fighting style, someone can study that fighting style and write a manual about how to defeat that fighting style. It is not concrete knowledge, it is an argument, right? It is a very subjective thing. Like a fighting style is not, uh, you know, if someone develops a counter to a fighting style, you change your fighting style, right? Like you adapt your fighting style. It's a very fluid thing. So I don't see this as being knowledge that can be locked away for 1,000 years and then resurfaced to win peace, right? Um, yeah. I think that the reason Shao Chun had that manual of the sea spray blade dance was because the Red Lanterns were here and were making plans on how to take out anybody that they had to take out, right? Like Pan Shun had made Shao Chun, Pan Shun had made Shao Chun Pan Haoran's advisor for a reason, right? Like that if Pan Haoran's loyalty was
Or
uh,
actually, well, it's already tied, so it's already explained. We don't need to explain that one. But also at the same time, like
it,
Haoran's fighting style is, I am assuming, the fighting style of the Water Lily Society
yeah.
in general. So it doesn't even need to be pointed at Panharan specifically. It's just that Shaochun would, is it Shaochun or Xiaochun? I see two different spellings. It's Shaochun. Okay, Shaochun would be able to defeat any Water Lily Society.
How did we explain the clue? Like why did she have it?
I don't know. It was checked off.
No, it was checked off, I think, because of this reason, like in the sense, like it was checked off like right now, like in the middle of this conversation. It wasn't checked off like
because it was used to explain. Oh, okay. Who checked it off?
I think it was checked off while Rod was talking, is my guess. Like not before that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was part of. I had checked it off because I thought it was part of the puzzle sword thing. So,
Yeah.
So I mean, like, but if you want to explain it away as part of like the role of the Red Lanterns, we could do that too.
Yeah. No. I was thinking that if we go with what Michael said about Master Fan, and the question was a fact that had come up earlier was that Soup saw that Master Fan had been killed using the Willow Sword technique, which is her school's own technique, which lines up well with what Michael said about Snowy Pine covering it up, making it look like a killing, right? Snowy Pine used the Willow Sword technique to make it seem like that Master Fan had been killed by someone who knew the Willow Sword technique. But the question is, who should we think it is? Who was Snowy Pine trying to set us up to? And the answer is Shao Chun, right? Shao Chun, the other exemplar of the Willow Sword technique. And then obviously Shao Chun realizes this, right? Like she's like, I didn't kill her, but my technique has been used to. Who did that? Snowy Pine. So Shao Chun and Snowy Pine have a confrontation. Shao Chun is killed. Yeah, that is my explanation for how Shao Chun died.
Sure. I think that makes sense.
That's cool.
Sounds great.
Let's now look at the clues that are left. Peony Knight's connection to unorthodox / criminal underworld and the Jun family. The two mentions of the Jun family. The other one is the carving of a butterfly reminiscent of Songbird Jun's shop on Yifeng's belt.
Yes.
And it's a filled token. It has some kind of liquid in it. We don't know what it is. And then the third
poison.
one is an advisor is not who they seem. Finding two wooden mantis statues near Shaw. I think we actually explained that
Yeah,
one.
and it would make sense to follow up on what Thomas said real quick. Snowy Pine wants to cover up that as well. So they put their two wooden mantis statues to make it seem, okay, someone who was out there to get Red Lantern killed Shao Chun.
Okay, so Snowy Pine knew about the Red Lantern's internal communication method. which again,
Yeah.
is very
Snowy Pine could have found the mantis statues on Shao Chun, right? Because Shao Chun was carrying them around, and then
It's
could have
true.
just left them there to be like, hey, like,
This is a
let's.
thing.
This is the thing. People
This
should
will add
be
confusion.
hunting for red lanterns.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
I
that
think
distracts,
it would be interesting if Snowy Pine did not know that
till that moment, maybe.
this had to do that they just
not at all. Yeah.
they
Oh,
just
I-
don't
I-
know
I
that has to do
disagree.
with red lanterns.
I think it.
But how did they
You
know?
know-
Is my question.
I mean,
Okay, you're saying Widow Mantis and the Mantis statues is not like a well-known fact. People don't have like a Mantis statue. This is the calling card of the Widow Mantis, the Red Lantern
Yeah, this is
assassin.
something that is only known to the internally within Red Lanterns Association, within certain members of it. Because like
Okay.
Widow Mantis is also not communicating with everyone within the Red Lanterns. This is a
Who is she communicating with?
well.
Like,
She's
why does she have
communicating
these statues?
with Jintong, and then
Ah.
also with Haoran. These are two that we know so far. But we haven't I don't think that this is like an organization wide thing, and I also don't if we want to explain how Snowy Pine knew about this, I think we can I'm open to it, but I think it needs to be explained. It can't just be something that, oh yeah, he just knows, because that doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, does that fall into the whole advisor is not who they seem? So I mean, who's Snowy Pine within whatever? I mean, like then they can't just be another warrior that just happens to be there. Then who is Snowy Pine?
Ooh.
You know, if you want to make them part of, you know, a new player, an unknown player.
Well, we would want to tie that into one of the facets.
Yeah. So a role of the Red Lanterns. I mean, because they would have to know about Mantis, the Mantis statue. Or like maybe they're trying to pin this on some, like they want to pin shit on Widow Mantis because maybe they want revenge, own personal revenge against.
But again, that would
Widow
imply
Mantis.
that they know that this is a calling card of Widow Mantis.
Right. But again, I mean, like, you know, you can choose to follow that line of thinking or not. I mean, like, you know, it doesn't have to be that way.
And so like I'm which circles back to my thing, which is that I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them knowing, but I think it needs to be explained why or how. How do they know?
And I'm fine with it not being the case that they know, but then I'd like someone maybe elaborate why there were two wooden mantis statues next to the body, because that
Those were
makes
Shao Chun's
sense.
own statues, right? Like,
Yeah,
because in the sense that Widow Mantis used Shao Chun to go and place them in certain places as signs. So like it really doesn't need a huge explanation to be like, why does Shao Chun have these two
They
statues?
just stumbled out
Okay,
when
Right.
Shao Chun was killed.
But this is
Shao Chun
true
was
then.
going to place them somewhere on orders of Widow Mantis and was killed on the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I mean, we do know that blackmail information was found. Your Lord Yao blackmailing Master Finn. If the Jonn family, I think, which I'm not sure if that actually came up in season 2, where the constable was, we were thinking the constable was connected to the Emperor, and we know the constable was connected to Jonn, Songbird Jonn, in a way. So it's possible that how like this whatever that connection is the reason for Peony Knight's connection to the Unorthodoxy crime underworld, because Jonn was connected to the crime world. Seeing that card butterfly reminiscence Songbird Jonn shop on his belt connects the Emperor with this criminal organization and potentially a method that blackmail information Lord Yao was using against Master.
Also, significantly, I need to know, like, are we in play? Because like the imperial system is like it's like the whole government, and I think there are many individual actors within it with their own motivations. Are we still saying that this is like that this is with the emperor's consent that this is happening, or is this just an official that is trying to get power for themselves? Because
Lord
I think
Yao.
those two are very different things.
Lord
Like
Yao.
Lord Yao.
I think it's
Lord
just
Yao.
Lord Yao. I think it's just Lord
Yeah.
Yao. Like
Okay.
so, any of the unorthodox criminal activity. I mean, blackmailing already is like a criminal activity. So I mean, it
Right.
makes sense to me.
Mhm.
That I mean, like you got this official looking like he's trying to get like a little bit more of the piece of the local pie. Lord Yao, like working with the underground with the criminals. So Songbird Jun Tai, back to Bad Valley and that family, and then like if Peony Knight is involved somehow, so I mean like that ties into some criminal underworld activity as well. So again, maybe Lord Yao is connected. Lord Yao, not the like not the
Right.
emperor, but that Lord Yao is again like trying to be like his own little like I don't know mafia boss like in this
Right.
area that
And like the constable being involved doesn't, and being connected to the emperor doesn't make the emperor involved necessarily. It just means more than one high-ranking official is involved. It was really where I was coming from.
Ooh, that's juicy.
the
And now I'm
again
like, oh, who was the real person fomenting rebellion?
Right. Because to me,
uh,
that makes sense. If we had an official last season that we kind of saw connected to a criminal element that has ties to the Emperor. And this season, if we're saying Lord Yao, who's connected to the Emperor that has tie to the criminal element, it's like, okay, is there like a little cabal inside of the
oh
government
sure
that's,
of course
I may be re-saying what I said before, sorry, never mind.
So,
but I mean like if you want to tie those, so basically the Peony Knight and the carving of the butterfly clues are tied into the Lord Yao blackmailing Master Fan because that is like his little like dirty deal.
Right, because in my mind, it's like, okay, we have the Jun criminal organization connected to the officials of the government in multiple seasons. I don't know if that came up as a theme in the first season, but having had it come up in the second season and now showing itself again in this season, that would explain why someone might have information that other people wouldn't be privy to. Like
The Sun
that
School
even
was contained. The Sun School mystery was contained, so it didn't
okay.
quite come up in first season, but
Okay.
definitely in second and now in third. So, I mean, I think as we would have progressed if we had decided to do more of the mysteries, it's like I think
Mhm.
we would have developed that more, and then we would
Yeah.
have seen more
Yeah.
chicanery
Yeah.
going
And
about.
all
But
that just to give a justification why someone might have information about uh, communications between Red Lantern if another organization that was on par or much more powerful might be able to get that information, and that could have been the path towards that.
so there's several lines of thinking. I mean, like just looking outside of the mystery itself, I mean, like you're covering the whole idea that like Pan Shun is involved in the secret of the puzzle swords um, somehow because she has part of the map, and that's how she got injured. So, you know, like leading to um, you know passageways towards the secret.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think what could make sense for Pension is that she wants to get at, maybe she has an idea of what the secret of the puzzle sword is leading to, which is the weapon cache.
mhm.
And I think what she would want out of it is for it to be a bargaining chip,
Yep.
because
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, that was her motivation. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot a lot of questions, but um, I, 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 I kind of want. I'm fine with the weapon cache, but I kind of want it to be a little more spectacular or juicy than just weapons. So it could be weapons and something, or special weapons, or something like that. Okay, putting that aside, who do we think injured Pan Shun?
one cool option would be Master Fan herself.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
So she was injured already during this whole time?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, fashion, you can cover up a lot of things, and maybe
Yeah.
people were
She
startled
touched
awake,
Starlight's hand with her uninjured hand.
right? And it's like when we saw it, it was after another murder, and everybody was waking up to go in, so it might have just been a slip up on her part, not
That's
to
kind of
have.
sick.
Yeah.
If it was Master Fun.
Yeah.
But are we saying okay? So
so what is Widow Mantis here to do?
To get the weapons cache as a bargaining chip for the
Nice.
Water Lily Society.
Yeah, I think
For the Red
collecting the
Lanterns?
map in the puzzle sword is probably to have it.
Red
Does she
Lanterns, Water
actually?
Lily Society. Who knows?
Yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah. Having all the pieces to get to it is probably all she's after. She doesn't actually need to have the weapons. She just needs to have everything that allows you to get it. And it's like, this is my bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Did we decide what the gossip and use of an illicit affair was specifically?
Yeah, I don't know if we actually they're getting checked off really quickly, and I'm like, I don't know. Did we actually?
So what Michael said was that Lord Yao was blackmailing Master Fan, right?
yep.
Yeah, but who who were the people involved?
It's not important. We don't need to know that.
That's the most important
We don't
thing
have to get
to me.
too much into it, but maybe
Yeah,
she got her position like being involved in those like illegal affairs of the high-ranking officials, like in the past.
Yep. But it's not important to the mystery. You're fine. Just move
Yeah,
on.
we don't have to go too much into detail.
Lao Wushan.
Yeah,
That was that was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah,
her secret affair was with Lan Wuxian. Drama.
Okay, we know never mind. I'm not even gonna go there at the moment. Okay, injured hand, impinged fan. Okay, advisor is who? I'm still not quite clear of like where that thing comes into play.
That
Advisors knew not what they seem. Finding 2 wooden manta statues. I mean, like, obviously the 2 wooden manta statues just happen to be on Xiao's body because she had them.
Yes, no, that was explained.
Okay,
that was explained. It was Snowy Pine who.
Snowy Pine. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and they just happened to be there. They were not placed intentionally.
Right. And then carving and the Peony Knight connections are with the whole brain. I just had it. Oh, with the Lord Yao blackmailing. It's like, just again trying to get more involved in the underworld. I mean, like just having some criminal ties, so that's there. Sword marking revealing secret passage, that's involved with the true secret of the puzzle swords. Role of the Red Lanterns.
Rod, you were going to say something?
Yeah, can I throw out just an idea for the butterfly, the carving with the fill token, the liquid, that Lord Yao gave it to Yifeng kind of as a promise? Is that what we're kind of? It was a gift from Lord Yao to Yifeng, correct?
So
I don't know if that was stated explicitly. Go ahead, Matt.
That does lead to a question, right? Like, who is Lord Yao backing to be the head of the Word and Sword Alliance? Because if it's Yifeng, okay, then what is Peony Knight doing? Who is exactly part of the same faction, connected to Jun family, and we are saying that they are all together. Why is Peony Knight fighting to be the head of the Word and Sword Alliance?
Because of her ego.
Because she has fans gassing her up.
No.
Yeah, she's like,
you're just upset because her attendance like stepped on your head.
Peony Knight is the fakest
close
person
to
in the world.
Wow.
We're so close to having control of this. How about I make myself that person instead? I don't know. That seems like.
so the thing is, what if Yifeng is not the person who will be the head of the Word and Sword Alliance? What if Yifeng is What if Peony Knight was supposed to be the head of the Word and Sword Alliance? Jonn family, Red Lanterns. Yifeng is the Red Lantern, is bringing the Red Lantern into this deal, right? Maybe Red Lanterns are brokering this deal.
Yeah.
Jonn family, criminals. Red Lantern, criminals. Lord Yao, not criminal. Maybe Lord Yao, is there such a, it doesn't have a sordid history of, making deals with people like the Jonn family and the Red Lanterns. Maybe this is the thing just happened now.
I mean, that's fine too, because I mean, it brings in the Red Lanterns as a role into this, for sure. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, it sounds to me like every clue is covered within
Wait,
the.
but if they broke the deal, I thought they were in there for themselves to get the weapons.
I don't think that the Red Lanterns are invested in the The Red Lanterns, from Yifeng's perspective, are not interested in it. Yifeng and Pension are not acting together.
Yeah, but as a player, since we're talking out of character, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that Panchun
That's-
is getting the weapons for maybe a not necessarily like a Red Lantern reason, but maybe for a Panchun reason, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
She's acting on her own.
maybe Panchun comes here and discovers that the weapons exist in the first place, right? Maybe Panchun comes with all the other Red Lanterns for the deal and then discovers Puzzle Swords, discovers thing, and now is here and is like, I should collect all the clues.
From the
myself.
legitimate side of the Water Lily Society, supposedly they have been funding the refurbishment of the House of Endless Leaves. So that is the legitimate surface reason why she is here.
Is Panchun at all a victim of the Red Lantern Association?
I feel
I'm
like
gonna say
everyone in the
no.
Red Lantern Society is a victim of the Red Lantern Society.
I'm gonna say no, because I feel like that's less interesting.
Mhm.
Because-
Do you want a reason to spare her? Is sort of also where I was going, right?
I feel like the thing is, I've been trying to set up someone that represents the authority side of the Red Lanterns, and we need that. We don't have time to bring someone else in,
Right.
for basically Jintong's story. And
That
I just
makes
needed a
perfect
face,
sense.
and Pension was that face.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
and again, like, resolution wise, you don't necessarily have to solve it this episode. Like, you can figure out what the hell you want to do for next episode, for the finale. I mean, like, whatever. I mean, like, we're just trying to get through the revelation move and then see what you can get done now for this particular session. Okay, so given that, who's rolling? I will accept 2 players, 1 die each, rolling a 6-sided die, or 1 player taking on the full responsibility and the brunt of the rest of us with jeers and cheers of +3. So
who's rolled so far? Rod rolled season 1. Do we remember who rolled season 2?
no.
I
We
know
might
I
have split
didn't.
it.
I didn't.
Huh?
I wasn't there, I think.
I think it was Agatha. I think Agatha rolled for season 2.
So that leaves Thomas to roll for season 3, you mean?
No, that leaves Michael and Jonn and Thomas. At least 3.
I think for season 2,
I've got
I
a
think
suggestion.
Agatha rolled 1 and I rolled 1.
Yeah, so I suggest Thomas, you will roll, Jonn, you will roll. I will contribute the +3.
Okay. Michael, why don't you roll? Since you don't want to roll, I insist you roll, actually.
I can do it. I don't mind. Jonn?
Okay, fine. I will doom us. I am ready to doom us.
okay,
Just let me know.
1 die each, and then a +3.
Okay.
What do we got?
Okay, looking good on my end.
Yeah. Just type your number in chat, and we'll press enter at the same time.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready to hit enter.
Oh my gosh, you're actually doing that. Yeah, go.
Okay, just tell me when.
Now.
When?
Now.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Look at
Oh.
Oh,
that.
wow. Okay.
Wow.
So
Plus
basically a
three?
10.
Not true to
And-
form.
Jonn wrote it.
Jesus Christ. 2 plus 5 plus 3. That's a 10. Thank God. All right. All right. Okay. So you're right. You're right. Snowy Pine took care of making sure it looked like it was a moida of Master Fan. Looked like a murder. Oh wait, hold on. Now we didn't establish that. Oh my god, that's so funny. I have two separate things here. So, Snowy Pine killed Shao Chun. That's one thing I have. Did I get that right?
yes.
Okay. And then Master Fan killed herself. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But she was kind of forced to,
Forced to.
into that corner by Lord Yao.
Yeah. So
So
basically,
really,
she had
he
an
killed
ultimatum.
her.
An ultimatum by Lord Yao, basically. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're right. And among other things, like the other stuff is correct too. So you have, yeah. I mean, you can
So who-
resolve this any way you want. I mean, you can narrate certain things. You can actually have scenes with people if you want. You have confrontations that you can have if you want, and duel to your heart's content if
It
you
says
want.
that you will present an opportunity to take down the culprit or otherwise save the day. Do you have a
but we don't want to
mean-
take down the culprit. Like, none of us care about Snowy Pine.
Right.
We do
And-
care about Lord Yao
Yeah.
vis-a-vis who becomes the head of the Wardensword Alliance.
Yeah.
But
so-
probably we care most about Pan Shun.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, sure. So. So, like after the fight in the hot springs, yeah, let's take it from there.
Well, actually, my question is, wouldn't Mu care about Lord Yao? Because Mu joined the new Greenleaf Society and it's like very like rah-rah rebellion, anti-imperialist. Like, is this not something that you would care about? I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I'm not sure.
Or are you more concerned about
Yeah.
the Red Lanterns and why they're sitting here in the House of Endless Leaves? So what is Mu's thought on all
Yeah.
of this? I
Um,
love how it
yes,
comes
he would
back.
care about Lord Yao, but that's like something that maybe it sounds like something that they would need to prepare for, like to take on imperial representative. Um, seems like a bigger and not immediate problem compared to Riverglass being in danger and Jintong
Okay.
being in danger. Yeah.
Okay, I will pull you aside then, if it's okay for us to have this scene right now.
Okay, sure.
Like this is after we watch them fight it out, and then I'm just gonna pull you to one of the alcoves that you're supposed to change in? Question mark. Not sure. I
No,
understand.
there's silk screens right over there that you can change in.
There's just
Right-
no,
right
there's
there.
just like rock formations like off to the
There's-
side and stuff like
Right.
that. This is
Okay.
where Shao Chun was like,
Yeah.
like where Shao Chun was found and stuff.
The
Okay, so I'll
silk,
pull you-
the silk makes it very difficult to see.
Yeah. All right. I'll put you behind some rock formations that may or may not have silk flowing around them.
May or may not.
I must put an end to this. To this cat and mouse chase between the Red Lanterns and I.
Oh, I agree.
I am not confident in Success. Mu, I must tell you something about the Red Lanterns. And it is not something that I have told anyone else yet. There is the Red Lanterns, we do the reason why we are so obedient is that sometimes it is not ourselves who we are not acting with full awareness of what we are doing. Sometimes it is an order. And this is something that has been implanted into, I would say, all of Red Lantern, but I can't say for sure. And this is the same for me. I cannot guarantee if there's a moment where it is activated that I would be able to fight it off. I have not been able to in the past. And Riverglass has the same thing, but not completely. I have tried my best to ensure that that process is incomplete when it comes to him. So he should not fall under its full control should an order be given. But if anything were to happen, I would like to entrust Riverglass's life in your hand. Would you do this?
Of course, I would protect him with my life, but
Good.
I do not like this talk of you trying to do things by yourself.
Mm.
We will be stronger together.
And steps closer and then puts her hand on Moo's shoulder. I am asking this of you because I trust you.
I know. And I trust
I
you.
need you to protect Riverglass from himself as well. This is the most important thing. Do you understand?
I don't. What do you mean protect him from himself?
In case the order goes through to him, he may not be himself.
How does the order work? Is it a word?
Mads, GM.
We can make up something up.
Yeah.
What would be interesting?
Yeah.
A scent or
That was what I suggested.
Oh, that's right, you did.
But I don't know if that was something that Mads was interested in.
He had suggested what in particular?
Like a scent, like an
Oh, yeah.
incense that can get burnt.
Love that.
I like that.
Love that. I love that. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
There is a specific herb or a specific incense. Oh right, that was why I was tying it into the Red Lanterns. There we go. Sorry. Out of character. There is a specific incense that will get burnt. And if whoever is doing it decides they feel poetic or dramatic that day, it will be burnt in a red lantern. Mu, do you promise me that you will do this? And that will be the thing that you prioritize above all else, is to protect Riverglass from anyone, including himself. Should I heart and mind you? Does that feel right?
I mean, I would agree to it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
unless you want to roll.
No.
But we have to bring the Red Lanterns down. They cannot have
That
this
is not
power.
that is not possible.
What do you mean?
The Red Lanterns is like a many-legged centipede. You cut down one and another one will carry it through. It is so widespread that no one of us know who all of its members are. Even if you try to kill all of the people that you know, there's no guarantee. That is the Red Lantern's power. Is how widespread it is and how anonymous it is, even internally.
Maybe we don't have to kill all of them, just the people on top, so that they won't have a leader.
I have promised to Haoran that I will not kill his mother.
I I would like to think that she cares for her son. If that's true, maybe we can have her tell us who the head of the Red Lanterns is.
I must deal with Pension. I will leave her alive, but I do not have time to deal with much else. Out of character, this is me saying we don't have that much time to establish another NPC. And then
no, oh yeah. We you cannot take her on by herself. I have fought her. She fought me, Riverglass, and Zheng. By herself. You would not be able to take her on.
Yes. I assumed that Riverglass would want to be there as well, which is why I'm also asking you this whole thing.
But if we do not kill her and we do not try to get her to help us, what can we do?
There is a way to stop someone from being a threat without killing them. I have promised I will leave her alive. But that is all I promised.
What is it? The Red Lanterns that are going after you and Riverglass, or is it the Widow Mantis?
Well, the Widow Mantis has a lot of influence, I would say. Everyone that has attacked me so far has, well, if I were to get a word out of them, mentioned that it was through Widow Mantis's orders.
Do you think we can have her not want to hurt you and Riverglass? Like, what if we offered her an alliance, even the treasure from the puzzle swords? It seems, from
I
what
wish
Haoran has said, that she cares about her family.
I
If
wish
she
to
can
hurt
guarantee
her.
their safety.
Mu. I am not a person who will return animosity with mercy. I do not wish to negotiate. I wish to eliminate the threat to the best of my ability. But you have promised me. Yes?
I promise you that I would protect Riverglass, but I do not think your way is the best way to protect him. If you get rid of her, or however you plan to, they will just send someone else. We have to have her tell the Red Lanterns to leave you alone.
Do you want a Hearts and Minds me?
Yeah. Let's do it.
The
Definitely.
Mu special.
I,
Do it.
Mastermind Moo. Come on, let's go.
I don't know. I'm gonna use I'll use water for wisdom. So I rolled a total of 6. I'm gonna use my face to fate to make that a 12.
Okay. On a hit. Well, oh, okay, sure. They may mark XP if they do as you ask. If they don't, they mark an element. Then they can spend a bond to avoid this. I kind of want to talk out of character, like,
Okay.
about this moment because, like, I don't think there is a way for there not to be conflict between Jintong and Pension. Like, this is like,
Yeah.
so I actually think that the proposal makes sense logically, but I don't feel like it would work for Jintong. And for most people, I would say. Right. Like, so, but especially someone like Jintong who's like, I'm not a planner, like I just do what I want, most of the time. So how does that sound for you, Rod? Like, or how does that sound like, because then that basically means that we're just at an impasse. And then
Do you want to say what your plan is for dealing with or for dealing with pension?
Jintong is going to maim Pension and get rid of her like fighting her martial ability.
Right.
And so that in the future like she cannot fight anymore. And
I mean,
which would make her a very easy target for everyone, all of her enemies.
So you wouldn't take her out, but make her very easy to get taken out by somebody else?
Yeah. Yeah. And that is Jintong's like, that's like
right.
her taking a step back.
Sure. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Would Jintong think that River Glass and she would still be in danger even without Little Mantis in the picture?
I think I'm gonna say no, just for the sake of this story. Like I think it's reached the point where
Mm.
I think that should resolve.
If anything, like,
Okay.
you don't know what the antidote that Haoran and Soup created will do. So maybe that will help, whatever. But I mean, yeah.
I forgot about that actually.
So basically, like, like a lot of love and a lot of antidote. I don't know, whatever, however the hell you guys want to resolve this stuff. But for the thing with Moo's Hearts and Minds, you can.
I mean, I can just refuse and then mark an element, but
Yeah.
I also wanted to. I feel like this is an interesting moment
Yes.
for us to actually talk out what would be more interesting to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. What makes sense for Jintong, for sure.
Yeah, what would like? Oh, Thomas, I see you unmuting.
Yeah. The way I saw it going was we fight Pension, we beat Pension, and then Pan Haoran is going to make an impassioned plea, and
Okay,
she'll back down.
so yeah, okay. So Rod, like, does that seem an interesting thing for you in terms of like also like Moo's like character arc? Where Moo's like trying to resolve things, trying to work things out in a way where everyone can work together, that kind of thing. And then Jintong's just like, no. Actually, that's not how it will work.
I mean, Moo would want. Yeah, I mean, Moo would want to at least try to get Han Shun to try to negotiate something with her. And if
Mhm.
that failed, then he could see going with Jintong's plan.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
okay, cool. And like I think just out of character, it should be very clear to Mu that Jintong is going to do it no matter what, and that she will probably act ASAP. Does that make
Jintong
sense?
can't beat her by herself, so she's not going to act ASAP.
she might.
She might.
Well, I
She
mean, like,
might. I mean, that's kind of like, why wouldn't Jintong like play this smart, right? Why wouldn't Jintong be like, I'll only fight her with my requisite like backups that I win?
Well, she knows Soup's gonna go help
I mean,
regardless.
that's true, but like,
Yeah, like I don't think Jintong is very. She never assumes that she is going to do a very difficult thing by asking people for help and then going through it that way.
yeah.
Um, which is a thing that Riverglass has been frustrated with.
Mhm.
But also it's like that's just a part of her training. That's her upbringing. That's her life. So like anyway, so this is just anyway, I'm okay, so let's move forward with the move. I Jinhong refuses, and
Okay.
then I will mark an element.
Yep. Okay. And then, I mean, we can.
I will mark Earth.
Okay. And we can take a 5-minute break before we cut over to Thomas and Thomas. Before we cut over to Soup and Jade's scene. Like, while, Jintong and Mu are over in this recess, then maybe Soup helps Jade, maybe, out of the hot springs and, talks, does whatever. But we'll take 5 minutes to, just break, and then we'll come back and do that. All right. See you in 5. All right. So while Jintong and Mu are having their conversation in one recess, what are Soup and Jade doing?
Michael, where did Jade end at the end of that fight? Were they like knocked out? They were soaked. That much I remember, but
They're like disoriented and coughing.
Yeah. Maybe they lost their conscience for a moment because of the
yeah,
poison or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So this could be like where we last seen them, or at a new location where they were brought to recover. Do you
No,
have anything in mind?
no, just Rod being Rod being uh, uh, problematic. No, no, what I want to set up is maybe in the hot springs itself, Jade is going to come back into consciousness with Soup by their side and like an antidote, like for that poison that Pan Haoran like sprayed, right? Like it's like there's going to be like something there. And when Jade when Jade wakes up, Soup is going to be like, you should drink that.
How do you present it to me? Is it like, do you want me? Do you want to feed it to me?
No. So this is no. So this is Jade propped up on like one side of, like, if the camera's framing them like this, Jade is on one side,
Mm-hmm.
the antidote is in between them, and Soup is on this side. So there is actually quite a big gap here, actually, that we are
But
now.
we're both in the pool, in the hot springs.
No, I pulled you out of the water. I pulled you out of
Okay,
the
fair
water.
enough.
I've lit a fire. I'm drying. I'm trying to get you dry. You
Okay,
know,
fair
But
enough, fair
it's so
enough.
nice in there. It's a hot spring. Perfect for
it's a
healing the
drowning
body and
hazard, is
soul.
what it is. Okay, like everybody else, bonk, stop it. Like this is logical.
That's true. What are you trying to accomplish here?
This is out of character, right?
No, this is in character.
This is in character. Okay. I was just like, I'm giving an antidote, and Jade is like, "What's your reason?" Okay. Soup is. Jade, can I be honest with you for one moment?
Of course, but I was always under the impression you were always honest, or maybe direct or impolite or whatever.
Before we were playing a game, and it was a game I enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed it, at least in some moments. But I need to tell you something about yourself. You claim to be a person of logic and reason, grounded in fact, observing impartially. But you're just like everyone else, Jade. You're emotional. You can be blinded to your own actions. You're impulsive. You are risking losing your friend. And Pan Haoran, and I say this for Haoran's sake, not yours, I don't want them to lose another friend.
You know, I thought you were trying to taunt me. Put me up to make me fall out again, just like earlier. But I guess this is genuine. So thank you, Soup.
I'll go back to taunting you later.
I think I'd miss it if you stopped completely. All right. And they take the antidote.
So you actually care for Pancha, right?
I do.
Then you have no choice but to help us convince her that she needs to side with her son and not against him. And her son is on our side. And I guess that's another way of me saying, Jade, if you're not careful, you will not be on our side.
And I think Jade gets closer and says, but Soup, I'd love to be on your side for once.
Just the fans. That's the great thing about you, Jade. How flexible you are. I don't know why I said that in that particular tone of voice.
I mean, we can end the scene.
I was blowing out my mic, okay? I was blowing out my fucking mic. Okay.
This is why I muted.
I know. Hey, even muted, okay? I was blowing out my mic, all right?
Look
Okay.
at Michael's grin. Like,
Look at what? He got close to the camera. He got close to the camera. I'm engaged. I'm like, Holy crap! Okay, we're heading to the engagement. We're getting. Okay, my God.
The engagement.
We're heading. Okay, end of session. End of session. Okay, I got this. I got this. Players take XP when their character takes a loss in conflict. Agrees to another PC's suggestion when they use hearts and minds. Rolls inner conflict, has significantly interacted with their entanglements, which we shall now go to. So this is just a reminder for anything that you might have forgotten to do in the moment, okay? So let's go to the characters. Entanglement. Mu, did you do either of your entanglements? You did enlist Jintong to do the Red Lanterns thing, so I'd say you definitely did that. You know, didn't quite get to. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think I got to.
With
for
the
the Starlight
Zheng.
stuff.
Yep. Jintong. Soup has convinced you to secure for the poison, but you did ask Mu to protect Riverglass. Boy, howdy, did you try to convince him of that.
And I did. I succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And discovered that Winamanis is higher up. And you did tell Panorama about his mom. Okay. Definitely engage with that. Soup. Be with Jintong, but can't be free until defeat Widow Mantis.
No, we didn't hit that. And I guess the Gullible Mu thing I didn't hit either. I hit it as a player in my theorizing, but
right.
it's fine.
It was.
I'm happy to say that I took 0 XP in this session.
Okay. All right, Panoran. Yeah, you boy, you caught some talking with Jade there. Oh man, that was amazing. With the Lee Min and Peony Knight thing. And then helping Mu taking down the Red Lantern and
No.
Okay, got it. Jade, interested in pension, but Panoran's mom.
You did engage with that, John. You engaged with both because you found out that your mom is the leader of Red Lantern, wants to kill Jintong, and you wrestled with that in like 1.5 scenes. So.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
At least take a point, if not.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jade. Insurance pension, but she's Panoran's mom. And Widow Mantis. Oh boy.
2 XP.
Solidly too.
Yeah, didn't get a chance to really dig into the whole Peony Knight thing.
And again, who knows? He might change that entanglement by the next session.
Yeah, exactly. Because not sure exactly how this is gonna like play out for next session. It sounds to me like the big confrontation is going to be with Pension to, deal with that whole thing once and for all. At least for Jintong's sake, if not for everybody else's, for whatever involvement is with puzzle swords, Verdant Sword Alliance, or even like the involvement with Lord Yao and all that kind of stuff. So, that kept it really nice and quick. More time for stars and wishes. God dang, this session. Oh my God. I'm just gonna wait. I mean, I'm just gonna say overall stars. There's like some specifics, of course, but I mean, I'm just gonna say overall, it's like, stars to everyone for yet again giving me a smashing session and making me scream while on mute, because it was just wonderful things to watch for sure. So go ahead, anybody that wants to go. Oh my God. And this chat, it gets a star.
-1 star for Jade Starlight trying to flirt with Soup. The penultimate moment should have happened 3 sessions ago.
I will give star. I'll just give you that star back on my turn.
Damn it!
Are you upset because it didn't happen sooner? I'm confused.
No, I'm confused, Max.
Okay, got it. All right.
I'm gonna all of the scenes are great. And I'm happy to star everybody for everything. I will just quickly say my wish for next session is that we see the 8th step of the ghost. That's it. And we will, because
saying that you're gonna star everyone for everything is basically giving no star. Just so you know.
Yes. Yeah, Agatha, actually I've been really feeling bad for the person who goes 5th because they have so little to say. So I'm actually doing this for them, actually.
Huh.
Like I'm just a nice guy.
That makes sense unless you give someone a negative star. Thereby giving them a negative star, you've given everyone else a star.
You know what? Jonn's on my side. Jonn gets it. Exactly. Everyone else is up by +1 by my sheer efficient -1 strategy.
I'm just gonna preface, just gonna encapsulate by saying, the more you know.
No. The episode definitely ended with like Soup like taking off his shirt to dry like Jade Starlight because they had to change out of their clothes. Like it's all like that's it. I mean, what else, guys? What else? This is what you want.
We're here to pander.
Wow, I really see the reluctance.
Oh, this is killing you inside to have to do that.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, wow.
I'm sorry.
Only for the fans, of course.
Yeah, it's such a burden.
Fine. I guess since someone was a coward in not giving any stars, I will happily take on this burden. My star, one of the stars is to the. Okay, now I feel bad. Now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't give too many stars so that other people can give stars too.
No, don't let Thomas play mind games.
Yeah, playing
maybe
mind
we
games.
should think about this. The stars economy. Like,
I feel gaslit for some reason.
Okay, all right. Come on. Like, do just be generous with the stars you think.
My star is to the revelation discussion. I thought it was super cool to see everyone's input. And I was very satisfied with the stuff that what we ended up with. I thought was super interesting and nuanced and complicated in a way that still made sense. So I really, really liked it. Star to Rod for Mu coming up with like a very interesting alternative that unfortunately I rejected, but I actually really liked it. I was like, this makes sense, but also, yeah, and I feel like it was very in character from Mu. So yeah, I liked it a lot. Star to Michael for being like such a like enthusiastic should I no I guess I won't say it in the recording. I think like so open and like you're very good at like initiating flirt moments in a way that makes it very easy to play into and to like agree to. Like every time you've gone for it within this game, it has worked because you just like make it so fun. I think, Michael, like the first time when you were like with the ointment applying scene, you were like, oh okay, but I want to apply it like I want to get that like undressing applying scene, and it was because you proposed it that it even happened. But you always go about in this like very like, what if we do that? And then so that I feel like it's very easy to be like, yeah, that is fun. Like I will play into it. And it's the same as like when you started doing that with like pension. It was like it just like brought such a fun energy. That I feel like everyone feels compelled to indulge in it because and that's because of you. And so like I really want to star you for that. Like the way that you made it happen also with Soup. Like I was just like, this is beautiful. This is like Michael doing doing their thing, being a master of their craft. The craft. Anyway, so yeah, and then also I have more stars. I
I mean, you have at least 4 more to give out to make up for Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you. You got my back, Jonn. And my next star is for you, actually. So I really like the way you played out Haoran's response to finding out the news about their mom being Widow Mantis. This person that has been trying to kill your friend, and then also kind of like putting you in danger as well, right? Like I feel like that response was just very good. It was so bewildered and it was so heartbroken. It was just great. I really appreciated that scene and that interaction. um yeah. And then Starter Thomas for the last fan service moment.
Yeah, that last part definitely canon. Short
It is canon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess I can go next if you're finished.
Oh, am I? Oh, right. I'm supposed to say wishes too at the same
All
time.
right. Yeah.
My wish is for the conversation between uh Jintong and Soup. I don't know if it necessarily needs to happen before all the big things, or if like I want a scene between them for sure. I think like we need another scene in the final session, but I'm kind of like open to when it happens or and what context. But yeah.
I think I'll go next if then. Star to first stars to Thomas for since it's the last thing, the most important thing was not this contributing to that thirsty scene that we've been wanting to have in the hot springs this entire time. I appreciate you not like you even though
I
you
bring
were put
so
out.
much to this game, and this is what people remember.
No,
It's just
no. Unlike you, I give too many stars and then feel bad afterwards, as opposed to beforehand. So I'm just gonna be handing out stars. So, but yeah, star to you for you bursting in and seeing that easy comfort and support layup and saying, "I'm throwing this into the stands" and slapping it into the nosebleed section. I appreciate Soup for that moment. It was amazing.
just
um, so star to you for that moment as well, because I thought it was also not only did it was like not only was it a great entrance, you set up Jade's entrance, which I think that just put that additional impact on when Jade arrives. So I think that was like two good moments. Like you added to a very thirsty moment, and you set up you added to a moment that could have been comforting and supportive. And you, in a master stroke, you also set up Jade to like spike a Haoran into the ground. So it's like, look, that's masterwork right there. You should teach a class. Um, Star to Jintong for the giving emotional support the best way she knows how. It's like we were 6 and 5 years old. You're like, I comforted my brother when we were children by doing this. This is how normal people interact with the world. I will use it now. It is somehow and it would have worked because of course two people who had very troubled backgrounds interacting like they had stunted maturity paths. This fit perfect for their interaction with each other. So I love that. Star to Jade to come into the scene, see Haoran's crushed, and then like driving a hill down onto him and like twisting a little like Bruce Lee to finish them off as a good friend would do, as any good friend would do. And also the description of the fight was that I love that, like because I really enjoy being able to describe something and have that set up, them have it go kind of back and forth, so it feels like it's flowing. Um, yeah, so that was cool to be able to have that and have set up in the hot springs made it even better. Chef kiss. Um, uh, Star to Mu because I didn't think he would really push a back against Jintong like he did. So it was a little bit surprising, and I probably shouldn't been, but it was a little bit surprising. So it just seems like we're seeing like a character development from Mu because he is he is no longer Gullible Mu. Even like we were calling the mastermind Mu, and a lot of that is just out Rod doing things with Gullible Mu, but I think it's now moved towards Mu is actually this person, this more uh planning person than he was from previous seasons. So I do love that too. And of course, Mads, you are always facilitating, setting up things, and introducing problems. It's like I think in this scene, you just pretty much had like here's how start. It's like you just kind of start the ball rolling, and we like pretty much like you know did run with it. So, but even so, you do so much to add to, and your characters, even in a session like this where there was a lot of PC interactions, when the NPCs have something to say, or if you have information that we forgot about, all that like to make sure that we're on the same page so we can keep the scene moving. Things like this whole facilitating thing, you do such a good job of that, and I appreciate that. I don't. Yep, I gave stars to everyone now. Yes. Yep. My wish is probably looking forward to having a confrontation with my mom. I don't know if she will be maimed at that point. Maybe let's see. I don't know how things are going to go, but I'm looking forward to how that conversation will go. I think I would like at some point want to have another conversation with Radish because there has to be a good scene at some point. And I need that. I need it. Even if it's I need it. And the rest of it is just probably seeing what other people are going to be doing, other conversations other people are going to have. So I definitely, especially after this Soup and Jade thirsty scene, I definitely want to see what they're doing immediately after that, because that has to be like an awkward scene, and then turn around and try to be serious with someone else after. I look forward to what comes immediately after that. So yeah, that's me.
I'm gonna go immediately after. I know normally I wait until afterwards, but I have to just like interject and just like throw in because god dang, I mean, honestly didn't feel like I did very much in this particular episode, which was amazing. So thank you very much, because then I didn't have to worry about blasting my voice. Although I will say I did a lot of screaming behind a muted mic because y'all just oh my god, just the scenes. Star to you to first off, Jonn, because I mean that reaction, as Agatha said, of reacting to what Jintong first told you, and then to to what Jade said, which just naturally, organically fell into, wait, no, you're not helping. You cannot be my friend. I mean, like, that was just so beautifully organic from all this stuff, like from even last season, from the last mystery, and it was just, yeah, of course I'm building up this resentment. That was beautiful. So thank you for calling back to that and then bringing it home into this one, and just, you know, having a beautiful fight scene between you both. And again, that was terrific. And then Michael, I mean, Jade's reactions to Soup, and just, oh my god, that scene was just screamerific, I have to say. And I enjoyed that because I couldn't tell whether it was just Jade being snarky and sarcastic, or if that truly is how Jade felt, because that is just the beauty of Jade's character. I honestly couldn't tell. And then I just kept on screaming because I was just reacting to, oh my god, is he serious? Are they serious? Really? Oh my god, this is amazing. This was an alternate ship I was not suspecting, so okay, thank you. And then Jintong, I mean, it felt very natural to have you try and really drive home to Mu, hey, you need to protect Riverglass from this thing that has been with us since childhood. Maybe it's not as bad with him as it is with me, but please, 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 for the sake of your, you know, your love and my friend and my brother, whatever, please, please, please just do this for me. And, you know, it just, like, it was a strange butting of heads, because you're both stubborn in your own right, and it was just really interesting and beautiful to see. So thank you. That scene was carried off very well, and I appreciate you both for it. But I mean, again, Jintong, like, I mean, I promise, like, you know, Pan Haran something, like, you know, just so much, and I don't know if I can do it, so whatever. And then Mu, I mean, like, you know, I appreciate your plan on trying to bring together the Avengers, but we'll see. I mean, it's just the beauty of Mu being very, not naive, but I don't even think innocent even covers it either, but just this simplicity of how they think, and just wanting things to work out, especially among his friends, is just beautiful. And we appreciate it and him so much that I think it's great. I'm sorry if I'm getting the pronouns wrong. But yeah, yeah, it's just great. So please continue onward, and with all of you, it's great. With Soup, I hope to see this through the 8 steps of the ghost. I mean, like, you know, just so matter of fact. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, from how happy-go-lucky slash laid back Soup was from first season into this one, it's been an interesting growth. I'm still not sure. I don't know. I mean, but just for the depth of their feelings for Jintong, I find it interesting. So now I'm not even sure whether it's like the depth of their feeling for Jintong, or just for the fact of their dislike for Jade, that they're reacting in certain ways. I mean, so yeah. So for everything that I'm saying, it's like, you know, consider them stars, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I acknowledged everyone's efforts in making this an amazing series, an amazing season. And thank you very much for making my job much easier, because honestly, I don't know if this would have turned out as well if it wasn't for you all. So that's it. My wish, getting you into as many scenes as you possibly want to squeeze in for the last episode. And yeah, hopefully you have a satisfying ending for this Hearts of Wulin. Yeah. Okay, that's me.
I can jump in, I guess. Yeah, sorry to everyone. I love that all the conversations we had. I love the beginning, the Jintong, you know, Haoran being in denial, and then Jintong, like why would I, why would I what? Why would I lie to you? And then Soup and Moo coming along and ruining the comfort and support, uh and then Jade's attempt to comfort and support, with friends like that for Panaran. Um yeah, that whole thing, were we ever friends? It was awesome. Um I love the PvP fight, what Jonn offered to to uh to Michael, and him accepting it. Um I'm kind of going chronologically rather than my person, I realized. I love the Agatha that you stop Mu from interfering with the fight. That made sense, and how you did it. Like they're not really trying to kill each other. And like, yeah, they are. No, they're not. Um, the revelation move was awesome. There's a lot there, but one of the things that I liked was your idea that Snowy Pine was the one that killed Shao Chun. That made perfect sense, but also was unexpected, which is the kind of twist that I always love. Um, the with Jintong, yeah, I love that Jintong and Mu have River Glass as their common, you know, priority. Um, and I love that you refuse the hearts and minds. Uh, that's perfect. And I like what you said in the chat about us being the two most stubborn characters. Uh, I can see that. Tom's had a question. Did you give Jade the antidote that was meant for Jintong?
Never, never. How dare you even suggest that?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure
No, no,
because
no. It's a different poison. You can't. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Roy.
I
Like,
wasn't sure
Okay.
either. I was like, maybe my romance is just going down the drain
No,
of
no,
this
no.
this hot spring. I don't know.
The drain of the sauce.
Okay, that's cool. Um, um, yeah, I love that scene with you and Michael, and just kind of burying the hatchet, and I don't know, and other stuff also. Um, yeah, and I like how this is all coming together. That how are we going to deal with pension? Because everyone seems to have a very specific relationship with her, or very strong attitude to how to deal with it. Uh, yeah. Um, Mads, yeah, just for bringing everything together. This was and yeah, and giving us giving us space to work out our BS, our beautiful storytelling. Um, and as far as wishes, yeah, I love that this whole episode was all PCs, that we were all, it was just us. The next episode, I wish that now we see, how this explodes into the bigger story and the NPCs. Um, I kind of have a big wish for Mads, in that I'd love to see the NPCs really pushing their personal goals very hard. And I know they're NPCs, and we're kind of the focus, but um, kind of like how their agendas are gonna throw twist for our characters. Like Lord, yeah, like Lord, yeah, wants something. Peony Knight wants something. How is this gonna complicate our lives? And if that becomes a lot of fighting or negotiating or something, conflict wise, that would be awesome. Um, and and I guess generally, I guess we should be prepared to go to 1 o'clock, or have a longer session for the finale, I hope. just to get everyone a satisfying arc. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it's me. Just a clarifying question. When you say 1 o'clock, what would that mean? Like 4 hours or so?
Yeah, 4 hours for us.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it in the chat.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun, so thanks everyone. Stars to the fight scene. I think you did a great job, Jonn, narrating what you were doing and also leaving space for me to react. And I liked how Soup was also involved by making Jade trip, and then later in the last scene helping them back up, building them back up. And yeah, I like that interaction. Who knows what will follow from that? Maybe they were just trying to get back at you, you know. I think we've also already talked about Mu trying to step in during the fight. I like that interaction with Jintong in particular, and she's saying, "Yeah, don't worry, they're not trying to kill each other." And then it cuts away to Jade strangling Haoran, and she's like, "Nope, don't worry, it's fine." Um, yeah, start to you, Matt, to leading us through the revelation move. And always checking in and asking questions and making sure everything is accounted for. I'm really looking forward to the last session. For me personally, I'm not sure if I've got like anything really left to do, so I'm glad if I don't get that much screen time, because my goal basically was to bring some antagonistic energy and some bratty energy, and I think I've accomplished that. But maybe, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I think regarding wishes, I'm not sure if it's super satisfying if it's just all of us against Penshun in one scene, because I think since we were all more or less aligned, and to me it doesn't look like she'll have many like goons we could fight or such. Maybe there's like another confrontation, maybe with Lord Yao or so.
I think all of the actors are possible people that we can confront, or that we will have to contend with, which I mean ties into Rod's wish. But yeah, we've set up a lot of opposition basically.
Yeah. And it's a good point that I caused some people might say problems.
Some people might
My-
say problems. Oh. Would you not call them problems, Michael?
Some might say. No,
I
they're
mean, I'd
happy little
say
accidents.
situations. Yeah, maybe I'll make sure to put my thumb on the scale in a way regarding that leadership struggle. Maybe that'd be fun.
If anyone has any relatively more than lukewarm opinions, you can always DM me during the week. I'd be curious to see what you say.
I'll think about it and I'll send you something.
Awesome. All right. Well, if that's all. I mean, have a wonderful week. Happy gaming to you all. My God. Oh, let's have a blowout session. Damn. Series finale. I hate thinking of these things. I mean, this is all actually going to be about you guys. I mean, like, I'll think about like the whole NPC goals and motivations and such and agendas. But unlike, longer, much longer series like the Between, where like there truly is a mastermind, like, driving the whole thing. This one, I felt like you were all admired in your own, personal circles of like, as Rod put it, beautiful storytelling. So I didn't have to necessarily worry about like, okay, like, I really have to help drive the story. I mean, like, you guys had enough story that I didn't have to worry about it for weeks. So I mean, I I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you do for the last session, honestly. So I'll just set it up and you guys knock it down. All right? So again, have a wonderful week and I will see you for next time. Damn.
Thank you so much for running. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
See ya.